point number one for the Cypress Legion run. As you can see in the background here, we're progressing quite quickly. Today the containers were delivered. They're starting to be unloaded by the construction crew. Obstacles will start going up today. Right around here is where the start and finish line is going to be. Start and finish are together in one spot. On the just over the ridge on the right hand side will be the BMX stuff, all the guys doing the flips. Colossus may be here, we're not sure where we're going to put Colossus yet. We're here in Cypress, we're kicking off our 2015 tour. So after Cypress here, we're going to head off to Krakow, Poland. But first I wanted to give you an opportunity to look at the type of terrain that we're always constantly seeking in each one of our courses. Every year we want to get bigger, better, wetter. And in Cyprus, I think we nailed it. We're in a quarry here in Dali, just south of Nicosia. And it's a 4-million-year-old sandbar. And if you don't believe me, pan that camera down to that shell right there. So we're in a 4-million-year-old sandbar. As you can see out here, this is the inner section of our loop. We will have another section of the outer section and the midsection of our loop. We should have around 15 obstacles within the center. We will deliver on our promise. Top 5 day of your life experience. Safety is an issue, so we're restricted not only by other factors on what we can do and what we can't do, but mainly safety. It's safety first. So we may put an obstacle in this area, right through here, Roman walls. The idea is to have the first obstacle a little more than 1 kilometer out so the teams can, get further apart by the time they hit one. Otherwise it starts causing lines. So this section through here will have at least 3 obstacles, very quick obstacles, so rapid succession obstacles. Hey, have them unlock the gate to the pit. First off, before you get into the pit, they go through the ice tanks. It's 10,000 kilos of ice. Then they make their way down this roadside alongside of the pit. Then they're coming down. There'll be a myriad of obstacles throughout here, and then into this rough patch down here filled with trenches and hard soil. It'll be all barbed wire, so they have to make their way through the belly on the barbed wire. They're going to make their way up this way, up this cliffside, which is a near vertical cliff. They'll be climbing a 20-foot cargo net. That 20-foot cargo net ends here. They'll make their way over to this corner over here. There will be another obstacle of a rope climb, so they'll be climbing 5 meters straight up, ring a bell, come down. Then they'll be going down the side of this cliff. Mind you, this cliff will be flooded for about 3 to 4 days prior consistently. So it's going to be the consistency of muck. So you'll be climbing up muck, climbing up a rope, climbing down muck, until you climb through this water pit. As you see, that water right there is about 1 meter deep. It'll still remain. We're going to flood it even more. Then you'll have a myriad of mud obstacles throughout, some more obstacles up on the side of the cliff point. Then you'll be climbing ropes, possibly ropes, out of the cliffside and then into the festival area. So within here, there should be about 15 obstacles within the pit perimeter itself, with a remaining 7 or 8 outside in the outer loop. Now remember, they're going to go through the 5-meter rope climb, and they're going to make their way down here. If you could pan your camera, you can see it's quite aggressive, not too aggressive where, safety is always our #1 concern. This will be flooded. This will be complete, utter muck. And they're gonna make their way down to even more muck. They'll make their way down into that water. We're gonna place some barbed wire. The barbed wire is only going to be about 70 centimeters high, so they will have to be on their belly and facing the mud. They're gonna crawl for about 30 to 40 meters into the next series of obstacles of mud. I don't know if the camera can pick that up from here, but there's a trench already dug down there. It's a test trench that we dug about a month ago. It's somewhat filled in now. That's 6.5 meters wide, and the depth is 1 meter deep. And from here, it looks very, very tiny. The size of this quarry is roughly 3 kilometers across. You wanted it harder. And the gate is unlocked. Nice. We were very fortunate to find this land with the help of the Dali municipality. They arranged all of it. We're very, very appreciative of the work that they put into getting us this land. I have to state, we were going to do a water slide. However, we couldn't do the water slide with our safety protocols in place. We would have to ignore many safety protocols in order to implement the water slide, so we opted not to do it. We're still playing with it. If we find a spot that we can do, we will use it. However, at this point, there will be no water slide in Cypress. It's just too dangerous. We've tested it here. We've tested it on the side of the cliff there, and the speeds you go down,
still undetermined.
It's hard, yeah. Stop is very sudden, let's put it that way.
Okay.
And it's not safe. I'll show you the well. We're fortunate enough to have a well in place that we have unlimited water in significant velocities. We can do about 1 ton every 30 seconds of water. You'll see what I mean by this pump. So this is what we'll be running to flood those channels consistently. We'll also run 2-inch hoses around to spray you in the face, just so you remember what you did here. We'll continually keep this flooded out here, this little swamp area. We will take some diggers through and kind of get some of the weeds out of the way, or we may not. We may just make you go through it. It's a little more scarier that way. You'll make your way through this little trench here. Most likely I'll put some walls there, so you have to put your face under the water, and then make your way through the other series. So I can't stress enough how muddy you're going to be. Beyond anything you've ever experienced before. At least in the last event, we had some mud. This time, epic amount of mud.
The dimensions of Colossus.
The ground will be like that. This ground, no.
Okay.
So when you're putting on Colossus, this is the back side. This will be the front side.